Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. What we're on? We're on day 2 of the wet season. The water has just started flowing through into this reservoir at the bottom here. So we're just starting to get some power through to these buildings. We can turn these water pumps back on. There we go. This new housing unit has just been put in. Yeah, everything should be set to flow. We'll probably get our regular little bit of flooding up here. What is this set to? 0.75. That should be enough to let everything flow freely. We're making coffee. As you can see, we have got a decent store of coffee now. All of this is running okay. We have a little bit of power still on this circuit. We're putting in a gear workshop. We are going to want to add more engines to this as we go along, but we have space to do that. We are slowly building up a stock of explosives as well from our explosives factory just here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to need to do is let things run for a little while because we are short on logs. But we've just got this new planting area set up over here. And we've got, you know, between 5 and 15 days for these to grow, I think. Obviously, this area over here is coming in. We've got this stuff reserved for pine resin, although we are replete with pine resin at the moment. Planks we're good for. Gears we're not, but again, the gear workshop up here will help with that. Oh yeah, here we go. A little bit of flooding. That's not too bad. Do I want to drop it down? Yeah, it's getting worse, isn't it? Let's drop this down by 0.05 and let's see if that helps. We should be alright. I'll keep an eye on that anyway. It'll drain away. It'll be fine. Okay, over here, our barrier is complete. Our water pump is in, and we are draining what little water there is in here. So once that's all gone, I will set this to supply other warehouses so that we can basically move the water out of this area because we won't need it for the moment. And I am thinking that this actually probably is a good candidate for a new district. Yeah, flooding's getting worse. Let's drop that down a little bit more. That should help. Come on. Come on. Retreat, floodwater. It does not want to retreat, does it? I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not going to be fine. Alright, okay, well let's just drop that then. That should drain it. Really? Oh, there we go. It's draining, it's all good. Alright, I'll spend a few minutes figuring out what the best height for this is then. Okay, so having dropped it down to 0 and then carefully brought it back up, it's currently sitting at 0.7 and it seems to be okay. So we should be alright there. Right, what was I talking about? I don't remember. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, our gear workshop... I'm having problems speaking again. Our gear workshop is in, so that should help there. We do have some gears being produced over here in theory as well, so that should be fine. Planks wise we're doing okay for. Metal blocks, that should be chuntering away. I have turned this fermenter on because we were running low on fermented soybeans. Seems like that's certainly helping, so that's good. What have we got over here? Okay, so yeah, fermented soybeans and the kohlrabi. So we do have plenty of food. That's not really a problem. It's just that we are running low on some of the fermented stuff. Why is that? Is it just that we're not keeping up with demand? That might be the issue. The problem with the fermenter is that they're a really annoying shape. I'd be great with them if they were the size that they are. Where are we? Yeah, so the 3x1, but the door was on the end rather than in the middle. Because you think, oh, it'd be great, just slip it in. Yeah, no, you've got to get the path to it, or you've got to get the power out of it to the next building. It's just a little bit... Yeah, because if I put it in there, it's basically a 2x3 building, because I need the path and the power to get it across. Yeah, where can I put this that isn't going to be entirely annoying? See, I could have put it in there, couldn't I? Oh well, never mind. I mean, what I could do is switch off this lumber mill. I'm going to demolish this gear workshop so we get some of the resources back. Could I switch this off? Could I demolish that? We've got a lumber mill there and we've got a lumber mill there. I feel like switching that one off as well is asking for trouble. Because this one only produces when the wheels are turning. I don't know. I don't know. I will have a think about that. Because there's nothing to stop us putting another industrial lumber mill up on there. We've got the power for it. Okay, no, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause you and wait till you are emptied. That gives us, one worker. Have we had a death wave? Well, not really. Well, I suppose we've had 4 deaths to 1 growing up, I suppose. Yeah, alright. We should be alright, though. Our birth rate is okay. We've got everything turned on in terms of our breeding pods. So we should be getting... Oh, we've got 10 children, so we should be fine. We've only got 5 housing spaces, thanks to this new row house that we've built up here. We might need more housing. Right, if we're going to think about new housing, we should think about coming across this way, shouldn't we? That's what we should think about. Okay. Okay, so we can put our district gate in around here, can't, or even down here. How big is the district gate? Yeah, so it would sit there. Then we've got all of this for food to start with. We've got wood up here and plenty of planting space. The problem is that all of this is bad tide adjacent. We could unlock the irrigation barriers and then use our newly found dynamite to create a fertilization point, or swimming pool as they're otherwise known. That's not a terrible idea. Would I have to bring the path up over those irrigation barriers? I probably would, wouldn't I? That's not... Yeah, alright. Can we build over those irrigation barriers? I'm going to have to unlock them to find out, aren't they? Alright, 400. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we'll unlock that, and can we build across them? Yes, we can. Okay. Right, well, don't do that just yet. We'll think about that. I'll wait until this is drained, and then I'll switch off and demolish that. Yeah, okay, so that's what we'll do then. We'll set up a district crossing down here. We'll probably have to put a fertilization point up here as well, because obviously the bad tide affects up here. Someone mentioned about removing this barrier to help the bad water drain, and I think that's probably fine. Probably, because as I say, this is a bad water relief channel, so the bad water will be able to flow both directions, and then when the water returns, it would flood through here more easily. So yeah, I don't see a problem actually with removing that. I don't think there's a problem with removing that. No, I don't think there is. Okay, well, we can look at that as well. Right. Let me spin on for a couple of days. I'll let our resources build up again, because I want our woods to build up. We're going to need to build up a bit more of a population, which means putting in more housing, actually. Now that I think about it. Tell you what, let's pop in another row house just there. Right, and I'll spin on for a couple of days. As I say, I'll let our resources build back up again. And then I'll be back and we'll see about hopefully opening up a new district, or at least setting up for a new district. I've played on till day 9. As you can see, things are progressing. We have plenty of housing space all of a sudden. We have one vacancy because we've had another bit of a death wave, but that's okay. That will balance out. Still waiting for these trees to come in. I've put in a little stand of pine next to them just to try and up our logs, because we are not getting enough logs in. Basically, we need more tree cutting going on. We've got this area up here, which wouldn't be a terrible place to put some tree cutting. So let's put some tree cutting up here. Let's get ourselves a forest. So we'll put that in there. And we'll give the lumberjack a spot next to it. And then we will... Nope, I'll find the right tab eventually. Let's have a little bit of pine. And we'll put in a small stand of oak as well. And just leave enough space that we can get around the back there. And we'll bring the path up. That gives us space to put things on the edge here by the water. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'd like to sort of at least level this section off. So we've got a bit more sort of flat space around here, but I don't know. It's a bit of a weird shape. So I might sort of straighten this edge along here. Thank you, autosave. Sort of square it off a bit. I don't know. Definitely going to sort of bring this bit down. This sort of final race section. And maybe... maybe cut it off there and bring the rest of this down to this level. And open up a bit more space around the back here. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But we'll think about it. We haven't got enough explosives yet anyway. We've only got 37 bits of dynamite, which isn't anywhere near enough. I've put in some additional storage for planks here because we were maxed out on plank storage. That's where most of our logs are going at the moment, I think. That and the numerous engines that we've got. Okay, so, right, you're in. Let's set the planting area. I mean, it's not going to be a huge amount of wood coming out of here, but it'll be something. We can actually put some storage in as well, can't we? Let's pop that right back there in the corner. There we go. And that'll probably fill up with logs before they've even planted it, but never mind. You are in reach. There's a log right there. You're going to come and get that log? I don't even know where our woodcutter is for this one. Oh, there they are. Okay, they're coming to work, finally. Right. Okay, so we have drained the water out of here. I've removed the water pump. All this is set up. And over here, I've put in a couple of these irrigation barriers just on this corner. It's kind of testing a principle to see if the contamination spreads through that corner. But it's also let me put in a second log storage up the top there. Okay, how long are we waiting on these trees? About a day. That's great. Okay, so we should start getting some more wood in fairly soon. Right, let me spin on for another day or two then. Right, we're about halfway through day 12. No drought warning as yet, so that's all good. I have finally replaced the remaining barriers there with floodgates, so we now have full control over that, and we can actually release a bit more of the bad tide through this way. That should be helpful. Our trees are starting to come in, so our log storage is slowly starting to increase. These ones are still being planted, so obviously they're going to take a little while longer, but that's fine. We should be okay. Yeah, we've got a decent supply of bad water. We've got a decent supply of extract. Our water supplies are up to 2,500 nearly. Food supplies are doing all right. We've upped our supply of our fermented foods again, so that's good. Metal, we are building up a decent supply. Treated planks, we've got a decent supply. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Gears are up to 100 as well, so yeah, not a bad spot to be in at the moment. The only issue is the logs, and that should, in theory, start to sort itself out. So, we only have 2 unemployed beavers at the moment, because we're having a bit of a tussle between our death rate and our birth rate again. Birth rate is currently winning, but only just. We do have more space for housing when we need it. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll put... how are we going to do this? We'll put a house in there, and probably something in the middle there to give decoration. Maybe just a plant, maybe something else. I don't think I'm going to use this space for housing. No, I think I'm going to use that for another detailer. I haven't done any work on figuring out a Stormhaven gaming design yet, but I probably will do. Let's do it. Let's pop in another detailer just there. There we go. And we'll have that one on that design. Yeah, why not? Okay, then the next step is going to be either starting bot production, which maybe, or setting up a new district over here, which again, maybe. That's probably the wiser choice. Yeah, I'm just thinking. How could we do this? Okay, we could do this by splitting this path here. Maybe. Or even just there and there. And putting in a district gate in here and bringing the path up to join that path there. Once we get enough population and bots to start running this as a separate district. I prefer to have it as all bots because obviously it's our industrial district and that will massively cut down on our injury rate. We'd need a lot of bots. Actually, not that many. 8. 10 bots in total we'd need up here. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Oh, I did say I'd put in the number cruncher as well. We do need that. And then we can get rid of these inventors' huts and free up a bunch of beavers. Yeah, it's the number cruncher next. It's got to be. Right, how much power do we have on here? Let's wait until daylight and find out how much power we have spare. Well, slightly problematically, we're not producing enough power at the moment because this engine doesn't have any logs in it. I have set it to be prioritised by the haulers, so it should get some fairly soon. Hopefully. Oh, we're inside a cliff. That's not useful. Yeah, we are supposed to be supplying logs. Let's obtain goods from other warehouses for that one. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Okay, well, we will be producing 1,200 horsepower. We're using as close to 1,000 as makes no difference. So we've got 200 spare horsepower on there. We'd need another engine in there. But that would run a number cruncher. Okay. Okay. We can do this. Yeah, we can do this. Okay, right. Let's get a platform in over that power shaft there. We'll build a path across that way. Okay, and then we will pop in an engine just there. And we will connect it up. Okay. That will give us enough to run a number cruncher. So let's unlock the number cruncher. Needs 100 gears, which we don't have anymore, but we'll have them soon. 30 planks we have, yeah, more than enough. And 25 metal beams, which we have. Okay, good. Right. Where? Oh, there isn't an entrance to this because it doesn't need to be manned. That's good. Right, let's just pop it in there then. Okay, and what are we going to do in this little space here? Nothing for the moment. Could put some storage in there for gears, couldn't we? Thank you, autosave. That would work. But it does mean that we could put in another fermenter in there. And then something else could fit in on the end there, connecting straight up to this path. That would be a decent use of the space. And then obviously we'll build more platforms out this way. We'll be able to get in another, what, 4 platforms? Yeah. Okay. Yep. No, I'm happy with that. Yeah, we'll do that. Right. Okay, I'll spin on until the start of the drought or bad tide, whichever we get. Hopefully the number cruncher will be in there. As soon as it is, I'll demolish all of these inventors' huts, I think. And just run straight off of whatever the number cruncher produces for us. There we go. It's a drought. It's going to be 6 days. We can probably get through that without too many problems. Okay, in other news, how are we doing? Well, yep, all this is drained. I've set some stairs up here to bring a path in, so when we need to, we can put in a scrap collector or 2 in there. For the moment, we're okay. Over here, I've popped in a path between this hauling post and this section over here, just to speed up transition of goods from one side to the other, because before they were having to go all the way around. Now they can just cut straight through, so that saves them a little bit of time there. And our number cruncher has just gone in, so we're producing 10 science an hour from there, which is more than we're producing from here. A little bit more, not a huge amount more. But we will, I think, destroy 4 of these. Maybe 5, because I didn't realise there was another one hiding back there. So I'll keep 3. So we're producing 13 science an hour, which is pretty good. But that will keep going 24/7. It does mean it will burn more wood, obviously, but our wood supplies are increasing. These oaks over here have come into harvest. We've had some of these oaks come in over here, and a lot of these pines, as soon as they basically grow, they're being cut down. So it's all good. We've got 2 lumberjacks over here working on these. Over here, we are still waiting for them to grow, I think. We've got, yeah, a few days left for that. So yeah, that's where we are. So I was having a look at this space up here, and I was thinking, okay, if we put in a fermenter or something in there, then we can put in the first of our bot part factories there. We need to come across a couple of overhangs this way, and then we could stick the next 2 on top of there. That will bring us up to a height of 3, which is probably about where we need to be. Let's have a look. Yeah, so 3 high is about where we'd want to be if we want to do another layer on top. So we could do the 3 bot part factories on top of each other with steps up, and I'd want to figure out the best way to do that. Maybe coming off of here would be the best way of doing it. And bring it in on a platform above the path there to save a little bit of space. That way we could even have them all facing this way towards the steps, and come up here with platforms above, and then still bring more overhangs out this way. I'm not explaining this very well, am I? I know what I mean, and that's important. I'll probably forget by the time we get around to building it, but, you know, that's the way it is. In fact, should I start doing that now so I don't forget? Yes, that's probably wise, isn't it? Let's do that. Right. So, if we bring steps up there, we need a double there, and then another double there we could put steps on, which means we'd want a single there, and then an overhang there. Yeah. And then we'd be able to come across there into the entranceway of the second one. Yeah, that makes sense to me in my head so far. Come on, no, we want that. And across there. And then we want to come up to this level. So how are we going to do that? We're going to have to come out like this. Steps there. Up to there. Yeah, like that. That's probably not the most efficient way of doing that, but it works. And then we put in our 3 bot part factories here, one on top of the other, all facing this way. We need more engines. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, well, we'll get that built. What have we got? We've got 5 days left of the drought. Plenty of water, plenty of food. We should be all right. And we do need more food, don't we, really? I mean, it basically means fermenting more soybeans and cassavas. That would be the start there, wouldn't it? Okay, okay. Well, we'll think about that. For the moment, I'll spin on through the drought. And there we go. The drought is over. We did absolutely fine. As usual. Still got 1.2 thousand food, 2.2 thousand water. So, yeah. No issues there. Right. Not a lot has happened. Obviously. I can't remember if I mentioned I've put in an additional hauler's post. Apart from that, everything is going as expected. We've got the little walkway set up to take our bot part factories up here. I'm just putting in some additional platforms across here. So that's going to be using up all of our metal blocks. I've put in some storage up here for gears and metal blocks, so that we've got them nearby, so that the bot part factories don't have to go far to get the materials they need. We'll put in additional storage around the place for heads, limbs and torsos. Yeah, that's basically where we are. Everything should be opened up to where it needs to be, I think. Just going to go around and double check. Yeah, okay. If I do remove these barriers here, I will need to replace them with something. Because obviously during the drought, that is just open. And any water that's in this section will filter out through here and off the map, which we don't want to happen. So, yeah, that's where we are there. Our wood supplies are increasing, which is good. Yeah, I think it's probably getting close to the time where we're going to need to put in those bot part factories. And we will need more power. We have 105 horsepower spare on there at the moment. And we're going to need 450 horsepower to run the 3 bot part factories. Yeah, I think they're 150 horsepower each. Where are we? Bot part factories, 150 horsepower each. And it's metal blocks, gears and planks. We could build one of them. At the moment, we don't have the gears. That should change fairly soon, because this will open up. These will start working again, and we'll start producing twice as many gears as we are currently. So that should help. Yeah, alright. Alright, okay, let's do that then. Let's pop one bot part factory in to start with. Oh, they're bigger than I thought they were. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Why did I think they were only 1 high? Are the Folktales ones only 1 high? Is that it? Okay, well, that can go in there, I guess. First of all, we'll get rid of... I mean, we're going to have to keep that in because we've got the other one on top. Ah, that's annoying. That's very annoying. Why didn't I just check that to start with? Alright, well, change of plan then. Yeah, change of plan. We'll put one in there. And we'll put one in there in a minute. We'll get rid of all of this nonsense. Okay, that's all of that got rid of. Dear, oh dear. So we'll put one in there. Yeah, we'll put one next to it here. We'll put in another... Might as well put in another couple of overhangs. What is blocking you? What? Why can't I... Is the wood workshop really too big to fit under there? I don't know. Why? Am I doing something stupid? I mean, probably, but am I doing something stupid particularly now? No. Huh. So it's literally this section of the wood workshop is too tall. I don't remember seeing it expand that much, but we'll have a look. We'll have a look in the daytime when it's running. Okay, it's not going to operate because we're full on storage. Okay. That's not ideal. I'll tell you what, let's... Yeah. Where are we? Landscaping, irrigation barrier. Let's stick some in back there because they do use treated planks. So that should start emptying out the storage and get this working. And we can see if this does extend so far that it would realistically interfere with the overhang there. Okay, well there it is running, and I mean there's clearance there. There's plenty of clearance there. Okay, in which case... What's the alternative? If it won't let us put those in, I guess we can just leave a gap, can't we? I guess. It's not ideal, because it rather cramps our style a little bit. But it is what it is. Right, let's put in these, which fit quite nicely. Yeah, it's literally just this central section here thinks it's bigger than it is. Yeah, there's definitely clearance there. Oh, well, never mind. Right, I guess we'll start with you making chassis, please. And we will pop in some storage there to store bot chassis. Okay, right. I think we'll leave it there for this episode. That's annoyed me a little bit. More annoyed at myself than anything else, because I was convinced that they were only one high. I do like the design, though. That's a very nice design. I mean, the design in this game is great in general, isn't it? Our other detailer is in, by the way. I didn't mention that, but it has been in for some time and is being used on occasion, which is nice. Housing space, we're going to need some more relatively soon. Unemployed beavers, we're doing okay. Yeah, this is just going to be a case of sort of building up this industrial area. How are we doing for power? We are going to need more, aren't we? Okay, let's set that up as well. We'll pop in another engine along there and bring the path in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it there for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give me a comment down below. Thank you very much to everyone who does comment. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.